Hi everyone. To say the truth, when I was told about this topic, HD moment, I was very confused because I was wondering, can I myself live at this very moment? Because I am somehow supposed to talk about other people. And then I asked myself, what is a moment? Is it time I'm living in, or is it my age? And then I came to a conclusion that moments is something more than just time. Moments is who you are right now. And it sounds pretty big, isn't it? Especially when you're 17 and you have no idea who you are. So forget about it. No, seriously. It just makes me so sad, and let's talk about something fun. For example, we can talk about unicorns. Well, you may ask why. And it's a very good question to say the truth, but why not? That events were aimed to open your eyes on something new, something you usually never think about. We always talk about big problems like global warming, politics, Donald Trump. But people, we are so selfish. Have you ever thought of life of unicorns? How hard it is to be a unicorn? Just think, you're sort of a horse, but you're not because you were born with this stupid horn on your head that should do magic, but you're also not a god or rhinoceros. And you're just this strange, weird, magical creature, and even you do not know who you are. So what problems they may face in their life? What if other animals bully them? Or what if they do not have any friends? In addition, they're often objectified by us humans in our social media. We create so many stereotypes about them. They should be pink, they should do magic, they should fart with sparkles for some reason. But how can we know? What if there is one poor purple unicorn who failed all magic classes and who can't even fart with sparkles? What should this loser unicorn do with his life? What if he will never find a girlfriend and they will never have a child unicorn? And in the end, he will never be happy. And it's all because of us. It's actually all because of this. Look at it. What's wrong with those people who do this? We have democracy, labor unions, human rights. Bullshit. These unicorns are those whom we should think about, whom we should protect. Unicorns live in agony and frustration because of us, our stereotypes about them, and because they do not know who they are. Well, you may think I'm completely insane talking about all these unicorns and their lives, but I know what I'm talking about. I've never seen one, but this whole story about unicorns is not about unicorns, but about humans, and it was inspired by my personal experience. Now I will tell you something about myself. I like shopping, and maybe I'm just that weird, but every time I go shopping, I can feel people's eyes on me, staring and trying to build their opinion. For example, I remember I was planning to go to the theater, and I decided to buy a bow, this one by the way. And I went to the shop, I was standing there in front of the mirror, trying different bows on, and I literally tried not to laugh, because people's reactions around were so diverse. I thought all old people cursed me altogether, because for them, I was almost a devil's child. Young people, well, they looked at me and smiled with this weird empathy in their eyes, which I don't like anyway. And almost everyone needed a double take, just to make sure is it a boy or girl standing there. And I think those people had enough time to create a lot of assumptions and opinions about my personality or my identity. But I'm pretty sure I cannot relate to any of them. You know what people in our society think when they see a girl who is slightly dressed like a boy, trying different bows on. Another confusing situation happened to me when I went to buy a perfume. I again went to the shop, and the consultant there asked me, with this strange tone in her voice, "Excuse me, but aren't you a tomboy?" And I was completely messed up because she was asking me that as it was an exotic fruit, because I was really feeling like I was an exotic fruit or an animal in the zoo, and so many biochemical reactions were taking place in my brain because, oh my God, am I a tomboy? Am I tomboyish enough to call myself a tomboy? And who is a tomboy at all? So after all, those thoughts just ran away out of there because I didn't know what to say and how to respond. And tomboy isn't the only label I've been exposed to in my life. I recently realized that people around love when labels matters, and they love when judgments. And my life is full of such confusing and sometimes embarrassing situations. For example, little children in supermarkets ask their mothers, "Mommy, isn't a boy or a girl?" And then this mommy has no idea what to say, neither I do. Or at school, girls who come into the school bathroom, open the door, see me washing my hands from my bag, and they stuck in the doorway, paralyzed, thinking they mixed up bathrooms for boys and for girls, and it's all because of my haircut. By the way, to find a hairdresser or a good hair salon is another story, because people there ask me about my sexuality or about my identity, and I don't know how it can be helpful, because I just need somebody to cut my hair. And usually, every time I go to my hairdresser, it seems like I'm sitting on my final exam, because I do not know the right answers, and because it's actually important, as long as a person asking them holds scissors in his hands, extremely close to your head. When you're 17 years old, who you are is the last thing you want to think about, because in our society it is so hard to choose. In our world, there are so many different types and groups of people. There are names literally for everyone. You can be pacifist, altruist, atheist, introvert, extrovert, and so on. And doing mathematics is much easier because you never care about stupid probability, but you do care about your place in this life and about your personality. So when it comes to the question, who am I, you really get lost. And I think a lot of people can relate to this, because in our society it's very important. People can forget to ask your name, but they, for some reason, should know who you are. In my case, when I couldn't find the answer, I was in panic, because I thought it seemed like I couldn't make a very important decision in my life. And a lot of people can relate to this because it can be anything. We always try to find an image of ourselves. It can be your identity, your style, or it can be your profession. But is it such an important decision at all? Because one day, I just had enough. I was so tired of putting myself into all these different groups, types, and labels, and I said to myself, I'm not this, and I'm not that. I'm a freaking unicorn. And it is weird and lonely, but it is what it is. Why should I somehow call myself, if no word can describe my personality? And why do we depend on labels so much? Labels only breed misunderstanding and stereotypes in our society. But what's interesting is that the blame is actually on us, because we put the labels on ourselves, first of all, and then let people judge us. So, coming to a conclusion of my weird and insane speech, I have the only advice for you. Stop trying the right word to describe who you are. Be who you feel natural to be, now. In future, you will be proud of yourself. You will earn money, talk about expensive cars, economics. You will watch the news every single day. And you know what? You will be old. Now, you are so young. It is so stupid to put all these labels in yourself. Do not deprive yourself of this spectacular exploration. When else can you enjoy this unknown state of you? Because we all just as unicorns. We are so unique. And what's the point of being a unicorn if everyone knows about you? So be unique, be different, change every time, catch the moment. And if somebody tries to put a label on you, tell them that you're a unicorn. They will think you're totally crazy, but no doubt they will leave. Thank you for your attention.